Hi everybody, how are you? This is Consuelo from Consuelo, Viola's daughter, the channel where we talk about crochet and everything crochet related, and once in a while an old story thrown in there. And um, when you come in, would you mind giving me the thumbs up? Uh, it's down and below the video, and I appreciate it very much. And as you know, I appreciate all my subscribers and my new subscribers. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy this quick video, although this is a video of woe. This is total sadness. Sorry, it's a Debbie Downer. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Well, I decided I was going to make uh, some baby blankets. I thought, oh, wouldn't it be nice? Maybe for Christmas, instead of donating money, I'll donate blankets. So I went through and I ordered all this kind of baby colored blanket material, art yarn, and I went and I looked for all these patterns, ones that I thought were really cool, different weights, different sizes, different shapes, whatever. Whatever spurred my interest, because I figure a blanket takes a little while. But a baby blanket's not so big. I think a regular baby blanket's between 44, like 4 feet by 4 feet and under. So it would be like 40 by 48 for a baby, not a toddler. Toddler, you might go a little larger. You want it to fit on their little training bed, or what is that, junior beds. But for a baby, it's usually about 40 to 48 inches. Across and down. And that's just a general. I don't have any rules, okay? So, if I decide I want to make a 50-inch blanket, so be it. But, I'm thinking that's pretty much what it is on the charts that I remember. And that wouldn't take a long time to make. So, went out, I bought some beautiful, which I showed you, some Lion Brand ice cream and the colorway is Bunny Tracks, which I love the name. I always say it. I love the name. It's so cute. And I started a blanket. Now, I think the problem is I started this blanket like in the summer of 2021. And I started 2 other things at the same time. So this was like a whip, an ongoing whip. And I never realized that I would actually have to put it down. So what happened is I was working with this yarn. This yarn is only a 3-weight, so it doesn't give you that much coverage. The yardage might be more, but if you make a dense blanket, like not so lacy, it doesn't give you that much coverage. And so it turned out I underestimated the yardage. Wait, I have it here. I think I showed this in the last video. And I estimated the yardage, which is another little thing that happens in crocheting. The yardage of a 4-weight covers a lot more in a certain way, in a certain pattern, stitch pattern. So it all depends on what stitch pattern. There's so many variables, you're bound to go wrong. So this yarn, although it has a lot of yardage per skein, it's 394 yards, which is, 6 yards shy of 400. So you would think 2 or 3 of them would go pretty far for a baby blanket, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. It's got something, I'm sure, to do with the metric system, yardage or something like that. But anyway, it doesn't go. So let me show you what happened. I used this yarn. This is the exact same yarn. I ordered more. And just before I started adding it, I looked at my project and it looked, what's the word, wonky. I started out with I finally figured out what went wrong, because I've never really had this happen to this extent. I started out with one size hook, which is maybe a 4. I think that's a G. And in putting it down, picking it up, putting it down, picking it up, I think I went from a 4 to a 5. So when I start using the 5, it start expanding. So I ended up with, 4, 5. And as a blanket, that won't do. What is that? Trapezoid, whatever it is, geometry, it doesn't work. And I worked so hard on the stitches. I think I showed this to you one time as a whip. This is what I have left right now. See how complicated the stitches are? Okay, let me see if I can get it in closer. I have to do it slowly so the camera can adjust. See how complicated the stitches are? There's 5 rows, 5 different stitches, 2 rows each, pretty much. And not all of them are 2 rows, some are 1 row. So if you keep putting it down and picking it up, you're bound to miss make a misstep and pick up the wrong row. Then you have the wrong hook. So needless to say, I don't know if you can see it because I've already started. This side doesn't look so bad. It's a little wonky, but you can fix that. It's fixable. This side doesn't look so bad either until you go down here and you notice this is the first row and this is the last row. So it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And when what I do is I fold it in half. I even up one end and you can see it's off. All right, so the only reason why it doesn't look so bad now, okay, it's a little off. I already ripped out more than half of it. Frogged it, as we say in crochet, which means rip, 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 rip it out. So that's what I did. And I've already started. And now I'm going to finish. So I'm going to start a whole new blanket with this yarn. It's salvageable. I can reuse it. It's not damaged in any way. And just let me get it off my microphone. This is what it came out to be. I had more than double what I just showed you, which is a good 14 to 18 inches left. So I'm going to rip it out, and I'm going to reball it up, and I'm going to use it. And so this is my tears to my baby blanket. No more. And I'm going to pick a different pattern. And so if you feel like sticking around or you have really nothing to do and you're crocheting, maybe you're going to sit here and watch me for a short time. You don't have to watch me for the whole thing. But you can sit here and watch me hand roll this because I'm going to undo it all. And I have bands of white in there, so that's why you're seeing all this white. You're probably saying, where is that white coming from? Well, the white is coming from the band that I added, because I knew I was going to fall short. Once I did the first few rows, the one skein, I realized I was not going to make that width without adding more yarn. So I said, oh, I'll just add a band of white in there, break up the color, and this way the yarn will go further, but it didn't work. So I figure it's not a win-win, it's a lose-lose. So I'm just going to make my pain end real quick and just wind it up. So here I go.